Hello, it's your favorite sports Unc here. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to join the fastest growing community on YouTube. Remember, Nightcap doesn't happen without you. So please subscribe or you're going to make Ocho cry.
Ocho,
what's up, man?
Tom Brady said the quarterback position isn't as mentally developed as it was when he entered the league. I don't believe the quarterback position is mentally developed as it was when I entered the league 25 years ago. There was a premium on understanding defenses, on understanding matchups, on, I'd say, pre-snaps, reads, getting your team in and out of the right play. I felt the way to learn was play the position over a period of time. You truly give your team the best chance to win, to be a field general. I think you better have a mental advantage on the field, and I think sometimes there's more important than physical advantage. Ocho, do you agree with him?
Hey, do me a favor, Unc. You said a whole lot right there that Brady said. Break it down to me in our language.
He says there was a premium on understanding defenses. You had to understand what the defense was trying to do. So now you go out there and you're not just looking at your guy like, man, this quarters. Oh, this is covered this. He got help over here. So you needed to understand a pre-snap. You looking at the alignment. You looking at that triangle. Okay, I see what y'all trying to do. So he said, you guys need to have a pre-snap. You need to have an understanding of what's about to happen. Make sure you get your guys. Okay, do not run a play into a safety that you can't block. Okay, that's a negative play. So you just gave up a down for whatever reason. Flip it.
Right, I like
audible out of it.
But listen, Tom Brady speaking from a standpoint of being number 12, a standpoint of having the power and the ability to be able to change plays. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, it's a few other quarterbacks that I can name. When they came to the line of scrimmage, no matter how much disguising you did, no matter how much bluffing you did based on down and distance, they already know from watching film, they know what the hell you're doing. They know what the hell you're doing. They know exactly where each player is going to be.
Yes.
Snap of the ball. Even if you wait late and wait till he snap the ball and he still sees movement in front of him, because once they snap, they looking right downfield. Okay, if you was down in the box and you shoot back out, okay, this is what he already know what's coming. And you know every play you run, Chad, every offensive play you run, especially when it's a pass play, there's always somebody open. There's always somewhere to go with the ball. And it's all about being able to process information on what you see in front of you and knowing where to go with it very fast. Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees were the best at it. They were the best.
Sometimes you got to look at what those guys put in, because a lot of times guys now, there's more important thing than football. Football was the most important thing to Tom Brady. It was the most important thing to Peyton Manning. So there was no life outside of that. During the season, the most important thing was football. They didn't play video game. It wasn't no Call of Duty. It wasn't no Madden. It wasn't no doing all this. They got all the commercials done in the offseason. So everything that was focused was centered around, how can I become the best football player I possibly can? The question you ask yourself, is that what these quarterbacks today doing?
Yeah. And also, Unc, you have to give some of the quarterbacks today, also you have to give them a little grace. You have to give them a little grace because they're starting the game so young. They don't have the freedom to do some of the things that Tom Brady's mentioning. That takes time to develop, to even get to that point where you can recognize everything you're seeing and the coaches trust you. Peyton Manning was the coach.
Yeah.
Tom Brady was the coach.
But they know they put so much time in, though, Ocho.
Yeah. You're right. So listen, quarterbacks right now, they can't come up to the line of scrimmage and see something and be like, you know what? This ain't gonna work. We can't run that play. Sometimes I watch NFL games. Wait a minute. The defense shifted. The defensive line shifted to the right. Change it. Right, you running power stretch to the right into the teeth of the defense.
Right.
I think some quarterbacks don't have the freedom to be able to do that because their offensive coordinators don't trust them just yet because they're young.
No, you got to earn that. The only guy that had that kind of freedom early on was Peyton Manning.
Yeah.
They turned the keys over to Peyton. Yeah. Brady didn't even have that kind of leeway early in his career. He earned that trust. Drew earned that trust. Rodgers earned that trust. You have to earn that. And that doesn't happen overnight. It doesn't. Patrick Mahomes had to earn Andy's trust in order to be able to audible in and out of plays, change of play, things of that nature. Yeah. It's different now. Ocho, I came in the league, the quarterbacks called their own plays. It wasn't looking at no risk. They called their plays. John Elway called his plays.
Serious?
Yes. He called the game.
Damn.
Yes.
Wait, no offensive coordinator talking into
he might say what you like here.
Okay.
Hey, yes. Quarterbacks, the old guard, those guys. I came in the league. Quarterbacks were calling some of the quarterbacks, not all. Some of the quarterbacks were calling their own play. Yeah, he like get out my ear.
The sideline.
Yeah, no, you gotta get out my ear. Get out of my ear. But it takes a lot. You have to put a lot of timing in.
Yeah,
and everybody. Mm-hmm. But like you said, you're talking about Brady running practice. He's running walkthroughs. He's running 7-on-7. He's running, 2 minute. He's running no huddle. Tom is doing those things. Mm-hmm. If you want a quarterback to have, you got to let him do it. Mm-hmm. You got to let him do it.
I got to tell this story. I don't know if I'm gonna get in trouble or not. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to share this. I don't even care. I don't even care, Chad. I'm gonna tell you about why the New England Patriots were so goddamn good. Huh? Everybody in the chat, I know you saw the beginning of Full Metal Jacket with the sergeant going off, cursing, and just he was on one in the beginning of the movie Full Metal Jacket. One day in practice, Bill O'Brien, obviously the offensive coordinator, calling the plays. We're in practice, and Bill radios in the play in Tom's ear. I'm in the huddle. I'm assuming maybe Tom didn't get it. So Tom's sitting there with his head down, and he does one of these.
Give me the play.
Give me the play again. And Bill must have said it again. He didn't hear it because the communication must have been off. Mm-hmm. And Tom looked back. Give me the goddamn play. Bill, I gave you the fucking play already. I said it 2 fucking times. Well, I didn't fucking get it. What the fuck you want me to do? Jesus Christ, Unc, we're in the middle of practice. We're in the middle of practice. And at that moment, I understood. This is why. Mm-hmm. This is why. The smallest things. That period we were doing where that one play didn't work and it didn't go right, we started the whole fucking period over.
Yeah.
We started the whole period over so we can get all the plays in succession and get it the right way.
Yep.
I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Bill over there with the whistle on his finger, twirling back and forth. Yeah. So I'm like, man, what are they running over here? No, it was unbelievable. No, there's so many stories. I can share that one. Some of the other ones it's a little too graphic.
Rather than rewarding running backs for production once their rookie contract expires, as happened at almost every position, the NFL's 1991 MVP, my dog Thurman Thomas, is upset that teams are instead letting them go and moving on to the next younger, cheaper player. You still deserve a contract. The first team has to put you through hell, yet I'm still ready to go. Haven't had any injuries. Now give me my damn money, Thurman told the Associated Press. With such a turnover, it's a reason why only 3 running backs, Barkley, McCaffrey, and Henry, are averaging $15 million per this season as compared to 26 wide receivers. It's not even the receiver money. It's like we're hanging with the punters and the kickers. You're right. They're looking at it like, Ocho, the best years on the tire of a car is when it's brand new.
Yeah.
You drive that car all over the city, you put 50,000 miles on the car, the tires ain't the same.
Yeah.
That's how they look at running backs, LT. That's how they look at y'all. They're like, LT, hold on. LT, we gave you the ball 270 times, and you caught 100 passes. That's 370 touches, LT. And you did that 1, 2, 3. Oh, yeah, LT, no.
Yeah.
That's how they think.
Yeah. But listen, but the Thurman Thomas's point, that's how they think with the tier 2 and below running backs. The tier 1s are the ones that are still making the big money. Not as much as the receivers, not as much nowhere near the quarterbacks, but the tier 1s that could change your whole offense, your tier 1s to LT's point, that can kill that time and let your defense rest for a little bit, especially in garbage time when it's time to end a game. It's only a handful of those. That's why it's only a handful make 12, 13, 14, What? But, and damn near 20. Who made 20? Somebody make 20.
Guys, to Thurman's point, what does Saquon Barkley have to do to go get that money? Whether with the Giants or whether with someone else.
Oh no,
where did Derrick Henry have to go, Ocho, to get that money? Was it with the Titans or was it with the Ravens? And remember last year he played on $8 million deal. He had 2 years for $16 million.
Oh, but they came back. They came back to him.
Yes. Yeah. So the only guy that's ever gotten money at the running back position, you got to go back to Zeke. Mm-hmm. And Zeke was probably the one that really hurt because he was never the same after he got that money. Right. And everybody looked at Zeke and they said, hold on, look at that offensive line he got. Mm-hmm. He got 2 for sure Hall of Famers, a potential Hall of Famer that retired, the center retired because he's like, I don't want to do it anymore. And Zeke just stepped off a cliff. Yards per game went down, yards per carry get down.
Don't remember, he hurt his knee too. He hurt his knee real bad.
He didn't hurt his knee every year, Ocho.
But yeah. But see, this is how you solve that. For one, the running backs that are game changing, the guys that can hit a home run from any spot on the field, that can catch the ball and do everything, they're going to be the ones that have to change the game. And when I say change the game, guys, I'm meaning sign shorter deals. Strike when the iron is hot. Running backs, 2 or 3 year deals. You know, because think about it, most running backs, they can perform and perform at a high level early in their career. Yes. Like, it doesn't take long for them to, kind of become a staple in the offense and get going and become one of the top at their positions. Correct. It don't take long. So why can't you come back to the table after 2 and 3 years and then sign a shorter deal, a 2-year deal, 2 year. Let's say 2 year, $50 million.
Oh, you ain't gonna get that, Ocho.
That's 20.
Let me tell you why they're not gonna do it, Ocho. LT. Because in order for me to give you a big signing bonus, I need to prorate it over the life of the contract. Mm-hmm. So even if you want a 2 year deal, let's just say LT, you want a 2 year deal for $40 million, and I give you $20 million to sign. Well, I only get to prorate that over 2 years. So now that's 10. So let's just say, for the sake of argument, I give you $2 million. So I give you $2 million. That's $12 million. And guess what? Now that's $28 million. That's 30. That next year is $38 million cap hit. Mm-hmm. They're not gonna let that happen. No. So, and plus, when you're a running back and you're a first round draft pick, I got you for 3 years.
5 years.
I got you for 5. Now, if I'm nice,
5 years.
If I'm nice and you on time and you haven't been injured, I'll do the deal after 3. Mm-hmm. But if not, I know I got a 4th year, a 5th year option, and 2 franchise tags. Yeah. So I got you for 7 years, and I ain't got to do nothing.
That's nasty work.
It is absolutely.
That's that Jerry Jones work you talking about right now.
Yeah.
The next running back that's gonna hit big, and there won't be any question about it. There won't be we don't really value the running back position because we know what you can get. One of the few running backs in the NFL that can hit their head off the goalpost from anywhere on the field. That's brother Jahmyr Gibbs down there in Detroit.
Yep.
Oh, I'm talking about he going north of 17, 18.
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Bijan Robinson gonna get paid too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That's another.
They got to go above 20, though, guys. Like, in order to reset the market for future guys in their position. Now, everybody ain't going to get that. We know that. Everybody's not going to get that. But the special ones, they got to get that. You can't 20? That ain't
I'm
nothing.
surprised that they did this for Saquon because think about it, guys. He got a $50 million quarterback. You got a $50 million quarterback. You got a
wide receiver too.
You got a $30 million receiver, a $28 million receiver. Yeah. And you got a $20 million running back. And you got look at Lane Johnson, what he make. Look at what Mailata make. Mm-hmm. Look at what Dickerson make. Mm-hmm. They paying.
Yeah.
They just redid Braun. You know you got to see that man child in the middle, Jalen Carter. You got to see him. You got 2 guys on the edge that in another year, you're going to have to see one of them.
Mm-hmm. Hey, listen, Jalen Carter finna reset the whole market. At every position.
Well, I don't know if I don't think he's going to catch Micah, but the number, CJ, Chris Jones, Stone Cold Jones for the Kansas City Chiefs. Mm-hmm. He's at 31.5 for DT. So he's way over everybody else at the DT position.
Yeah, most definitely.
But you're talking about a guy that's 24, 25, but he don't realize how good he can be. He still don't know how good he can be.
Yeah, you know why he's not gonna catch Micah, or he might not. He gonna overlap. He gonna overleap Chris Jones.
Yes,
simply because Howie and Jeffrey always pay early. They're not gonna wait. Yes. They're not gonna wait. They're gonna pay early. You're not gonna turn it down.
And plus, Ocho, the sacks. DT don't. Like I said, the thing is, what spoiled us was Aaron Donald. Because D tackle's not supposed to get 20 sacks. LT, they're not supposed to be getting 15 sacks. You start the run, get us about 7 or 8 sacks. Mm-hmm. We happy with that.
Be disruptive. Yeah.
But I agree. But really, the only guy, you got two for the longest time. Nobody even approached Christian McCaffrey's that 15 and Zeke's 15 for years. It wasn't until Christian McCaffrey got a new deal from the 49ers that leapfrogged. Mm-hmm. And then, because remember, the Giants didn't want to do anything with Saquon. They made him play on the franchise tag. And then they ended up letting him go. And when they let him go, he still didn't get past the 15. It wasn't until 2,000 yards. It wasn't until Offensive Player of the Year that he broke the $20 million barrier. Think about it. Derrick Henry, he was on an $8 to $10 million a year contract. Mm-hmm. So he goes for 19, 21 and 16, 17 touchdowns before they finally put him at the 15. So somebody going to, in order to break to leapfrog Saquon, boy, you're going to have an LT season. 32 touchdowns, Offensive Player of the Year, MVP. LT, if you want somebody to get 25 million, they're going to have to beat the season because LT had damn 1,900 yards, 30 plus touchdowns. Yeah. He caught another 50 passes for another 500 yards. Unless you're going to have a season like LT had.
Yeah. LT, that was that 05 season, right? When y'all came and played us?
No, it was 06. The 06 when we played y'all. Y'all jumped up on us I think it was like 21-0. Jumped out the gate. Golly, that thing was rocking.
I don't know what happened. We lost, man.
But y'all just go ahead and walk them down there, LT.
Yeah, we just walked them down.
It hurt. Hey, they over there dancing. Hey, we on the sideline clapping at them. Like, okay, they good. It's first quarter. Y'all did good.
LT, when you look around the league today and there's a lot of running back, what running back reminds you of yourself?
Man, that's a good one, Unc. I see traces of myself in different running backs, Like, I think when I think about the jump cut, the balance, the spin and stuff. Saquon kind of has that low center of gravity, being able to bounce from hole to hole and then hit the hole, explosiveness. Yeah. But when I think about like coming out the backfield, I came out the backfield a lot. Gibby coming out that back because here's the thing that people misunderstand. When you coming out the backfield, you got to come out fast. Yeah. You can't come out tipping, looking. You got to come out running, man. And so because there's matchups. It's either going to be a safety or a linebacker on you most of the time. So come out running, scare the daylights out of them, and then cut off of them. You know what I mean? That's what Gibby do so well. So I think those two. There's a little bit of Christian McCaffrey, some things that he does as well, man. Yeah, those are the guys.
I don't think people understand how difficult the running back position is when it comes to those tier one running backs. LT, like you, Jahmyr Gibbs, Saquon, Derrick Henry is a little bit different. He's not like you guys from.
No. Henry's an old school bell cap back. He's an old school bell cap back.
Yeah. But you, or Jahmyr Gibbs, for example, and you too, LT, being able to get the ball and be fast, being able to come to balance. And being able to reaccelerate right then and there, and being able to set linebackers up, set safeties up, still make a move and not lose any, not momentum, but what's the word? No wasted movement. That's what I'm looking for. No wasted movement. Everything in one transition. Everybody can't do that, man.
I told him, man, stop letting LT run that damn Texas route on y'all. Knock his ass down. He ain't doing that, looking across y'all damn face. He gonna run two routes. LT he gonna run the flat. He gonna come up and make you think he gonna run the Texas across your face, or he gonna break it out on your ass and haul ass on you. Man, knock him down.
Hey, Unc, I got to a point though, you know, where they allowed me to stay up that seam if you know what I'm saying? If you stayed inside, I just stay in that seam. I did Denver like that up in Mile High one time. Yeah, you can't. Went by 70 on.
You called us up. We played y'all. I think that might have been my first year back. My first year back in Denver, where you hit it for like 200 and had 10 catches. I said, well, damn. I'm like, where he come from? Man, it's like the running back position now, LT. You see a lot of guys because a lot of teams run a 2-back system. That's not what you had. You were old school. Tight end, fullback in front of you, low kneel, leading the way. That's what you had. In today's game, it's more of a 2-back system. How different is LT's career if he had to split reps?
What do you mean? If I had to, I wouldn't do it, huh? I wouldn't do it. Like, dog, I was selfish. I ain't coming out the game, dog. You know what I'm saying? And that was part of the reason why, like, I prided myself on being able to do everything. Yes. So you didn't have to say, oh, he can't block, or he can't run this route, or he can't catch. I prided myself on that. And I wanted to take every rep. I was just that competitive. Because I believe if I was on the sideline, something was going to happen that you know, like I couldn't control. Right. So I couldn't do it today, man. And here's the other thing. Like when you're the bell cow guy, you're thinking the long call, Ocho. You're thinking, okay, in the fourth quarter is when I really got to get going. Let me get my yards. I'm going to step out of bounds here and there. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to save myself. But in the fourth quarter, when them boys a little bit of time, I'm going to give them the stiff arm. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to run through a couple of tackles. That's when, because that was something that Marty Schottenheimer instilled in me. Impose your will throughout the game. I mean, I hear it playing in my mind like yesterday. That was something he always said, and we live by it.
Yeah, y'all, I mean, you went to the perfect situation because Marty going to run the football. Marty gonna run it. Yeah. Marty gonna put that ball in your belly, LT. That's what Marty gonna do.
Hey, but here's the thing, though, y'all. So in college, think about it. I was a perimeter runner. Yes. Like I was a sweep guy. You know, get on the perimeter, do my thing. Man, when I first got to San Diego and Marty came in, he started talking about running power and going down the A gap. Hey, I used to bounce that thing so much that joker used to get mad at. He used to stay in the A gap. Stay trusted. I'm like, coach, ain't nothing there. I gotta bounce it. You know what I'm saying? But I had to learn, man. I had to learn how to be an inside runner. I didn't want to embrace it at first. But I'm glad I did, man. It did make me a better runner.
Hell, y'all running that power. Y'all pulling guard, tackle, and damn little low kneel. Hell, you kick it out, pin it down, and then here come low kneel up in the hole on the linebacker. Now you one-on-one with the safety.
Zoe gonna clear it out every time.
Hey, them old school fullbacks like Sam Gash. I played with Gasher. And low kneel, they coming with bad intentions. Head first.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Neck roll it all.
Hey, Low used to say, hey, before the play, you say, hey, Daddy, get on my hip and don't dip. Let's go. That's what he
Hey, they scared of Low Neal, man. Get Low Neal like one carry game on 31, you good.
Yeah, you good. You good. He bought in.
Hey, he bought in. LT, man, you look like you done lost some weight. Damn, you done trimmed down.
Ocho, man, I'm on this intermittent fasting, man.
No.
Yeah, man, I get my workouts every day, man. I feel good, man.
You gotta come. You gotta.
I'm at plan weight.
LT, you might be on the 200, LT.
What you?
I'm about 210. About 210.
Hey, you need to come holler at your boy. You know I'm a nutritionist right now. I'm a nutritionist.
What that diet like, though?
You know the same thing I ate when I played.
Man, hey,
McDonald's.
Don't. Hey, Hey, LT, don't fool with him, LT.
Right. You know, 11 NFL teams already hired me to help with their nutrition, so the players stop getting hurt. No more, none of that soft tissue injury, no non-contact, none of that. None of that's happening.
No, you charging too much, Ocho. You know I'm on a budget now.
I charge $20. Hey, LT, I charge $20 a week. That ain't nothing.
That's still too much.
I'll mess with you. $10, I'll mess with
Hey,
you.
LT. So what time do you eat your first meal?
About 1 o'clock.
So you get all your meals in between what, 1 and 7, 1 and 8?
1 and 8. Yeah. 1 and 8, man.
So you going about 14 to 16 hours fasting.
Yep. I do.
Damn. So when do you work out? You work out in the morning, so you working out on the empty stomach. So you doing fasting cardio.
On the empty stomach. I am, yeah.
Okay.
I am, man. So I usually work out about 9 to 10 o'clock in the morning. I get up early, get the kids off to school, and then I will modify with coffee. So I'll have coffee in the morning, about 10 ounces. That's it.
Damn, do you know how much 10 ounces is?
10 ounces.
Yeah.
Yeah, about 10 ounces.
That's a can of Coke. A can of Coke is 12 ounces. You got 2 fewer than that. Boy, that coffee run through you. Ain't got nothing on your stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that coffee, man. And then I'll get my workout on. By that time, it's around 12 o'clock, and once I order food or cook food, it's 1 o'clock. So, yeah.
LT, you remember? Go ahead, Ocho.
I'm going to say, you smoke cigars?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
I got a cigar lounge in my house, Ocho.
What?
Yes, I got a cigar lounge.
Hey, boy, you rich. I gotta leave home to go to the cigar bar. He got one in the house.
Yeah.
So him and Joe, both of them got properties.
Nah, my brother he go on the back porch. Ain't got no lounge in the house. He go on the back porch and blow it out. Hey, LT, people always ask, it was me, you, and Time and Carissa. And we had picked somebody, and I had picked them to win. And Time told me I didn't do that. And you said he did. He picked them. I said, Time, I swear for God and 2 white men, I picked them. And y'all.
Oh, my God.
But they don't really. Oh, LT, the conversations that we had watching the games, me, you, and Time.
Yeah,
I'm glad, because this is what my mind, this is what I envisioned with Nightcap to be. Was kind of, we talk about games, but we talk about a lot of other things. Man, Ocho, that was some of my best work. LT said, man, LT told me I need to be a comedian. Say, I don't know why you play football. You need to be a damn comedian.
For real, dog. This man said 2 white men. Like, why it gotta be 2 white men? Like, they the stakeholders? What we talking about?
Back then, back in the day, you wouldn't lie before them now, because it was hell to pay.
Yeah.
You lie before them. But man, that was some fun times, man. Time and I talked about that, man. That was some great times. LT, thanks for joining us, man. Congratulations on the Frogs going down to Chapel Hill, 48-14 over the Tar Heels. Come back and join us later this season, LT.
I definitely will, man. Always a pleasure, my brothers. Love y'all,
Appreciate it, bro. The NFL Top 100, the top 10 NFL players were unveiled tonight. At number 10 was Patrick Surtain. At number 9, Patrick Surtain II, Number 9, Justin Jefferson. Number 8, Myles Garrett. Number 7, Derrick Henry. Number 6, Joe Burrow. I don't know if y'all noticed, y'all keep talking about the SEC is dead, but that's 4 of the top 10 players right there. That from that conference. Patrick Mahomes was number 5. Jamar Chase, another guy. I don't know if y'all noticed, but 6 of the top 10 from the SEC. But that conference is dead. Number 3 is Josh Allen. Number 2, Lamar Jackson. And the number 1 player voted by his peers,
Ocho.
Saquon Barkley.
Oh, my bad.
Saquon. Any surprises? Are you surprised? LT, Ocho, are you surprised that Saquon beat out Josh Allen and Lamar to be the number 1 player in the NFL this season, voted on by his peers?
LT, Rock.
I'm a bit surprised.
So am I.
Because we're living in a world where it's all about the quarterback,
Correct.
and we know that. And rightfully so. I mean, Josh Allen is the reigning MVP, okay? So you would think that, he would get the most votes from his peers. And even beyond Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson,
Correct.
with the type of season he had last year, man, he had one of the top seasons from any quarterback in history. You hear me? So, I'm very surprised. I mean, Saquon obviously had a spectacular year and, got close to the rushing record of a single season, but he didn't get it. And so, that holds weight that he didn't get it, but he did win the Super Bowl. So I think players at the end of the day are giving him credit for being, going over 2,000 yards and winning the Super Bowl championship and being the catalyst for that Eagles
and
team.
Offensive Player of the Year.
That's right. And I think that had a lot to do with it. Look, I think he deserves it. Saquon has really elevated the running back position, the value of the running back position. So hands down, I salute Saquon, man, for being the number one player. Respect.
Yeah. And we've talked more about the running back position in 24 and leading into 25 than we have at any point in time in the last decade, guys, because of what we saw with Derrick Henry, what we saw with Saquon Barkley, what we saw with Josh Jacobs, what we saw with Joe Mixon. There were a lot of running backs like, hold on, Jonathan Taylor, hold on. They still got some.
Jameer Gibbs, don't forget
Gibbs.
Montgomery,
So they're trying to say, look, there is still value when used correctly. So y'all want to put them behind. No quarterback, so offensive line. Look at all these guys that we mentioned. Saquon Barkley. Look at his quarterback. Look at his offensive line. Derrick Henry. Look at his quarterback. Look at his offensive line. Joe Mixon. Look at his quarterback. Look at his offensive line. Gibbs. Look at his quarterback. Look at his offensive line. Josh Jacobs. Look at his quarterback. You see a recurring theme here?
Yeah.
But see, y'all, but when a quarterback doesn't succeed, boy, they make every excuse in the world. Now all of a sudden the running back don't succeed. Oh man, he over the hill. There ain't no value in him. Nah, you're right. Ain't nobody running behind that ain't got no line. And if I set my defense and your quarterback can't beat me, I am not going to let your running back beat me. You saw what the Chiefs tried to do in the Super Bowl, guys. They said, we are not letting Saquon beat us. Jalen Hurts says, okay, you know what? I don't drink no beer, but hold this ginger ale. I got something for y'all. Go ahead, Ocho. Are you surprised to see Saquon at the top? You got two backs in the top 10.
Top 10. Yeah, most definitely. I wasn't surprised at all. Obviously, Saquon is a tier one back, and those tier one backs are the reason why the value of the running back position is now prevalent because of players like Saquon. Obviously, being in the perfect situation, Eagles, offensive line, and he's one of the reasons why they were able to reach the Super Bowl, actually take them over the hump and getting back to the Super Bowl. Obviously, we have to give credit to their defense as well. But Josh Allen had a great season. Lamar Jackson had a great season. But I think the number one spot was given to Saquon, not with just his play on the field, but what he does also off the field. And the fact that he was able to win a ring was the cherry on top. So it was a no-brainer as far as your peers picking him as number one.
Yeah. So Saquon Barkley voted by his peers as the number one player in the NFL in the top 100. Lamar Jackson was second. Lamar Jackson was second last year. Josh Allen is number 3. I think he was outside of the top 10. Jamar Chase was way down. He's number 4. Patrick Mahomes was number 4 last year. He's number 5.
Whoa. What you mean way down?
I think he was 35 last year, Ocho. Chase was.
He was, yeah.
Oh, I thought you said way down.
No. I was saying compared to where he was last year. Okay. Lamar was 2 last year. I think Josh Allen was 12. I think Jamar Chase was like 35. Patrick Mahomes was 4. Joe Burrow was a little outside of the top 20, I think. Derrick Henry, Myles Garrett. Myles Garrett was number 5. Justin Jefferson had coming off that sensational year. I think he got nicked, but Justin Jefferson has been a top player. He's been Mr. Consistent and, defensive player of the year, Patrick Surtain. But I think mainly with Saquon and Derrick Henry, what they were able to do. One guy went for 2,000. The other guy went for 1,921. First time a guy that's rushed for 1,900 yards didn't win the rushing title. So that just goes to show you how well the other guy played. Because normally, LT, you get 1,900 yards, you're like, yeah, I got that rushing. I got that thing in the bag.
Yeah.
What? Absolutely. And let's keep this in mind, guys. the easiest way to win games is still running the football. I mean, because you take away the chances of turning it over and crazy things happening. When you can run the football and impose your will, you know, cut down on the game, you help your defense and all that kind of stuff. So I think at the end of the day, that's why we're starting to see just a little shift. I'm not saying we're going completely back to when we
Not 90s, early 2000s.
We ain't gonna never get back there. No, we ain't gonna never get back there. But I think there's more teams that's starting to focus on the run game a little bit more to control games, especially when you have a young quarterback or a quarterback who can manage things at the line of scrimmage, like all the ones you mentioned, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, all those guys that have good running backs as well.
Well, it's not going back because you see where these quarterback salaries are going. You're about to have a quarterback making $70 million. You're not paying a guy $70 million to turn around and hand it to a guy that's making $10 million. Right. That ain't happening. We paying you $70 million to throw it to a guy that's making 40. So that's why you're never going to see. And plus, why would you? Because guess what? I can get a roughing the passer. I can get illegal contact. I can get unnecessary roughness. I got so many things that can go right if I just throw the football. You see,
but you're still putting that $70 million quarterback in jeopardy if you got a defense that's in there.
Yeah, but for $70 million, I'm in jeopardy. You see what Josh Allen? You see what Josh Allen just got this offseason? LT $330 million with a quarter of a billion guaranteed.
But you got to think about too. You got to remember this NFL too. LT. This is the passing league, and backs that can take that time off the clock, that can get the defensive rest on the sideline. It's only a handful of them. It's only a handful of them boys they can really carry that whole offense on their back where you don't even have to throw the ball when it comes to crunch time and you want to buy some time and take some time off the clock. It's only a few now.
Oh yeah, there's only a handful of guys. I remember when Peyton Manning came to the Broncos. I mean, he got like $96 million for 5 years. I mean, just think about that. Just
wow.
And what? For the longest time, $25 million was pretty good money was great money for a quarterback. And then it went to 30. And then they like, no, 30 ain't nothing. Now you at $60 million.
Yeah.
Wow. $60 million. And guess what? LT, we know this, Ocho. They're going to add another game.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be 18 games. I give it 5 years. They're going to add another playoff game, too. That's coming. Because YouTube want in on this action. They want to become a network. And the only way to become a network, you got to have live sporting events, mainly the NFL. Yeah. Guess who else going to get in on that? Netflix. Amazon. Amazon said, look, we love that Thursday night package. We really do, guys. We don't want you to think we greedy, but we are. We like Black Friday football, that Friday game after Thanksgiving. But, I mean, we could really use a package. And you're talking about somebody that's sitting on hordes of cash, somebody that's sitting on 30, 40, 50, 100 billion in cash. And the one thing, money talk, cash screams. So we're going to see what's happening, but it's coming. It's coming. What was it? He said, Coach, say by 2025, he close. They wanted to be a $20 billion industry. They're close. 2030, absolutely, they're gonna be $25-30 billion a year.
Easy.
So let's sit with that one for a minute because I got a question. Okay, so that means that the season gonna have to be prolonged a little bit because the players gonna want another bye week.
2 bye weeks.
We used to have 2 bye weeks, LT, before you got in the league. Back in the mid-90s, you had 2 bye weeks.
Yeah, we had 2, in the 90s.
Wow.
Yeah, you had 2 bye. You got to have it. But Ocho, LT, man, they're gonna be playing the Super Bowl on goddamn St. Patrick's Day.
right, exactly. And that's what I'm thinking.
Cause you started after Labor Day, and you got 2 bye weeks. Think about it. You already at the second week. You're already at the second week in So now if you add another a playoff game, you're gonna be damn near St. Patty's Day. You damn sure have the President's Day in February. You're gonna be the third. Hey, you're gonna be the third week, fourth week. Well, there's only 4 weeks in February anyway. But you might be playing on leap year.
Yeah.
But that's where the money is, because what else can you do? The only thing you can do is give them another game. There ain't nothing else you can do in the game, within the game. You can only give them an additional game to create additional revenue.
Yeah.
And these owners, the one thing we know about them, you can never, that's one thing you've never heard somebody say. People have said, I got too many pairs of shoes, I got too much jewelry, I got too many cars, I got too many homes. Name the person that's ever said, man, I got too much money.
Yeah, you're right. But listen, this
never heard
also
of.
Even you got to remember too, if they are adding the game, even no matter how long it is, if the season goes in the second, third week of February, the players understand they're getting a bigger piece of the pie too. They're getting a bigger piece of the pie. Now we don't know what it's going to look like yet.
All I want that pie, Ocho. I don't want any. Don't franchise me. No franchise tags. I want lifetime. If I get 10 years in the league, LT Ocho, I want lifetime health benefits. That should be a bare minimum,
Absolutely.
Ocho. LT, that should be a bare minimum. Because let's just say, for the sake of argument, you get health insurance for 5 years after you retire.
Yes.
The average career is about 2.5 to 3 years. Okay, you retired 25. Bruh. You ain't gonna have no illness, nothing really major. Some at 30, you need that issue 65.
Down the road.
Yes.
Down the road.
I mean, you can prolong it. You can take the 5 years anytime you want to. But at 30, from 25 to 30, nah. If I get 10 years, I want lifetime health benefits. And guess what? I don't want you to be able to franchise me.
Yeah.
No. And all this.
Well, they got to pick one or the other, huh? You know how this works.
I want both of them.
Ocho, you know how this works. You got to come to the table, and the owners are going to tell you you're going to get one thing. Which one do you want? Do you want lifetime benefits? Well, then that's what we're gonna work out a deal to make.
Well,
that
I say
happen.
you get one,
and then the players gonna have to.
I tell you what, you get one. You want an extra regular season game or an extra playoff game? You get one.
Hey, listen. The players got one person on ALT that'll fight for them. One person. You put me in position of power to represent the players. I'm gonna get us lifetime benefits. No franchise tag. And what's the other one? Guaranteed contracts. That's my three. Hey, listen.
I don't know. Them fully guaranteed.
I don't know about them.
I'm telling you, LT. I'm telling you, once I put that suit on, once I put that suit and that tie on, then you put me in the right room, and I flip that switch, boy, it's a wrap.
But the players have got to get something. But they bargained for petty privileges way back when, LT. Because, see, you bargained and talking about, well, I don't want to do 2-a-days. Well, I don't want to put the pads on but so many times during the course of the year. Bro, you play the game of football. You play tackle football, but you don't want to tackle?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you bargain for petty privileges. Go look at what Roger Goodell bargained for. Look at what they bargained for.
Different.
Now, Roger Goodell ain't taking no hits. He got lifetime medical. He get use of the jet. Right? You see what he bargained? You see the difference between bargaining, what I'm bargaining for, and what you're bargaining for? He want benefits.
They think of long term too.
Even though he's making $30, $40 million a year, he wants someone else to pay for those lifetime benefits.
But why you think? I mean, think about it. Why, as players, the current players, why aren't they thinking about lifetime benefits? Why isn't that an area of focus?
I'm not going to get a debilitating illness. I'm not going to get anything that's going to disrupt what I've already got. I remember, and I'm not going to call anybody's name because I was in the league when free agency actually happened, LT. And there are a lot of guys, man, you give me $1 million, damn them benefits. I buy my own health insurance. Now, I ain't telling you what somebody told you. I'm telling you what I know. Because I was in the league when the Reggie White and the Seth Jordans, when they filed that petition and it came and we got free agency. And that's what a lot of guys say. You give me $1 million, you give me $2 million, I buy my own health care.
That's right. And that's my point, Unc. That's my point. Because most players feel like that. We invincible.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right? We never think about what's going to happen, after we retire 10, 15 years after we retire. We never think about that. We are warriors. We only think about what's happening now and getting as much money as possible for us to live off of.
And see what happens. You get a situation where you get a divorce or you have a couple of kids outside. And next thing you know, $5,000, $10,000, $15,000 a month. The wife takes half. She takes half your pension. So now you're half the person that you went into the relationship with. Now, long term, because if somebody would have told me when I was 25, 30, 35, 40 that I was going to have both of my hips replaced, I wouldn't have believed it. So now you talk about $125,000 surgery per. Okay, you get, I mean, some of these cancer drugs, you're talking about $30,000, $40,000 a month.
A what? Whoa.
A month.
What?
A month. Yes. So like LT, to your point, LT, we think we're invincible. Yeah. And things that happen to normal citizens that didn't play in the NFL, that ain't gonna happen to us. We're not going to become a burden. We're not going to have Alzheimer's. We're not going to have dementia. We're not going to suffer Lou Gehrig's. We're not going to suffer things. That is a stress. When you have to have 24-hour care, boy, that'll eat up a savings. And so you don't think about things like that. But I wish the players would give it more consideration when they think long term. Say, like, you know what? Okay. Yeah. But and plus, guys, other sports, they think about the guys that's coming after them. Yeah. You see, Kurt Flood, he never benefited from free agency, cost him his career, but everybody else that did. You see, nobody is willing to risk anything that might cost them. Right. And the thing is, Ocho, and I told LT, I told Ocho this, sometimes you got to plant a tree, realizing that you're not going to benefit from the shade it produces. Sometimes you got to fight for something that you're not going to be the benefits of what you're actually fighting for. Think about all the people in the 60s that fought for civil rights, never got a chance.
Come on now.
That never got a chance to sit at to go to a non-segregated place. That never got an opportunity to do anything but sit in the back. That never got an opportunity to see a black president. That never got an opportunity to some of the things that we get afforded. Sometimes you have to be willing to sacrifice some things for the betterment of everything. And I don't think enough people think of it like that. Ocho, Micah Parsons was reportedly viewed by some Cowboys teammates as egotistical and self-centered.
Man.
Hold on. Sports Illustrated, Albert Breer reports Martin, Lamb, and Prescott are very popular in the locker room. That's Zach Martin, CeeDee Lamb, Dak Prescott. That's not the case with Parsons, who has rankled teammates in different ways, seen by some as egotistical and self-centered. His podcast, which we knew, Ocho, has created issues too, and they go all the way up to the quarterback, Dak Prescott. We said that we would start hearing negative comments about Micah. Ocho, what did I tell you? We just had this, when we had this conversation, I said, Ocho, now, pretty soon, you're going to start hearing negative comments about Micah sleeping at that locker room. I said, coming, Ocho. I know it's coming. But I always felt, because here's the thing, Ocho. You do a podcast.
Yes, sir.
You lose. The first thing they're going to say, if you get your ass off the podcast and practice and study your play, you win games. In order for your podcast, you got to be interested, you got to be entertaining. So you got to take shots at other people. And, you know, I think there was a situation, wasn't they talking about quarterbacks and he didn't have Dak in his top 5 or something like that?
I remember that.
So, I get it. I don't have I think the thing is, Ocho, a lot of people want to get on the media, going to get in the media space, and they're trying to create that medium now. But you have to be careful. You really have to be careful. I tell guys, look, if CBS or Fox or NBC calls you and they ask you, go do it on your bye week.
Right.
Go to your local news station. Talk sports. Talk to the guy that does sport. That's what I did when I was in Denver. I had a local radio show. But when they called me, hey, I would go do highlights.
Right.
Do something. But this podcast, I mean, you have to be careful. And plus, and I'm going to turn it over to you, Ocho. Everybody is not going to be liked in a locker room. I don't care how great you are. There are going to be some people that you're going to rub the wrong way. You don't talk too much. You're standoffish. You don't talk enough. You don't ingratiate yourself to the locker room. So everybody is not going to be beloved. That's okay. That's okay. But I knew this podcast would cause an issue. Go ahead, Ocho.
It shouldn't have. There's no reason it should cause the issues. Anything Micah decides to do outside of the game of football, when he's not playing, when he's not in meetings, when he's not playing a game, it's all for it. I'm all for it. If you know Micah, if you met him personally, you understand he's a very playful, fun-loving guy. He's a likable person. He's not in the type of player that you could not like, or one of those people who come to work and is strictly business. He doesn't associate with you. No, he's friendly. So again, when things like this come out, of course, those who might not like him are those who probably don't do their goddamn job on Sundays at 1 o'clock. I bet you that. Those who don't like him are the ones who don't show up like he showed up the past 4 years and doing what he's supposed to do and being one of the few who's had 12 sacks in the last 4 years at his position. I guarantee you that. Let's pull up the stats for the people or the person that's in that locker room that claims they don't like him. And I guarantee you it doesn't live up to the standard at their position that he lives up to at his. I bet you that. It's always some hating ass shit. I'm sorry. It's always someone that's not frowned upon, someone else who's doing something outside of the building, but they handles their business inside of the building, especially in between the lines. That's it.
It is. But I'm not surprised. I'm sure there are a lot of people that like me in Denver. Some didn't. Some people like me in Baltimore. Some didn't. I guess some a little more now than others, but hey, that's neither here nor there. Ocho, Cincinnati.
That threw me for a loop. That threw me for a loop. I know. But I'm just, yeah.
It threw a lot of people for a loop, Ocho. Yeah. But look, it's over with now. And let's go to that right here. So because this will add some layers to it. Just a week ago, Dak said he was confident Parsons would be on the field for the Cowboys matchup week 1. Well, Dak has a new tune since Michael got dealt. I definitely think he was going to get I definitely didn't think he was going to get traded, but just the way that their negotiations went down, obviously to some extent, hell, y'all were asking me questions. Remember, I said that's how it becomes a distraction because you're not asking me about the game, you're asking me about Michael's contract.
Exactly.
Hell, y'all was asking me questions. It seemed like it had gotten personal, which we said that it had become personal, and so that's why I wasn't surprised. Yeah, I told you, it's Jerry's ego. Now, it came out today that DaRon Bland got a contract extension.
Yeah,
but did you hold on?
Well deserved.
But they had been working with his representative since offseason. Jake Ferguson got a deal. They had been working with his representative all offseason. They're trying to get Tyler Smith done. They're working with his representative. You see here, Ocho? You see how Jerry's ego wouldn't let him work with Micah's agent because I'm going to show you I do what I want to do. And if you want to do a deal here, you're going to do it my way. Yeah. So if you work with all of those guys' representative, he worked with CD's representative, he worked with Dak's representative. I just listed 3 guys' representative that he worked with. But for some reason, he was unwilling to work with Micah's representative.
Yeah, he took that friendship and those conversations to heart. He took those friendship, those conversations and that friendship to heart. And Micah split that right down the middle. Listen, I play for your team. You sign my checks. But when it comes to conducting business, you're going to have to talk to my representation, even after whatever handshake or whatever words might have been exchanged. That's not the way contracts work. That's not the way business works. You were trying to undermine Micah Parsons. You were trying to pay him not what he's worth, obviously, because he mentioned about what he was offering, but the offering that he was paying Micah to make him the highest paid was before TJ Watt got paid. It was before Myles Garrett got paid.
And plus, he said, "I will make you the highest paid," but you added years. You added a year to it.
Trying to be slick.
Trying to be slick. Myles Garrett got 4 years, 160. No, bro, I'm not going to let you do that. I shook your hand, but I told you, call my agent, call my representative. You won't call the representative back?
No.
You try, nah. They told you No, we don't. You want to do a 5-year plus the option, that's 6 years. Right. Most agents want to keep that thing 4 plus the 1 because I want another bite at this. Now, because once Micah contract, once his that 136 guaranteed money, so within the first 3 years, he's not going to have any more guaranteed money, the back end, Ocho. So now, and plus, that means his cap number is going to be extremely high because I get to prorate that 120 over a 5-year period. So I try to divvy it up equally. But at the back end, those last couple of years, Ocho, that thing gonna be high as a giraffe head.
Oh yeah.
So now I come back to the table. Well, hey, 6 years. Nah, Michael says, hey, I'm 26. I can get another bite at this apple at 30. Oh, y'all have to see your boy at 30. 30, come on now. But that's what I'm looking at. I'm like, hold on. What you mean they talk to DaRon Bland's representative? What do you mean they talk to Jake Ferguson's representative? What do you mean they're looking to talk to Tyler Smith's representative? Right. Micah just asked to talk to my representative. No, we had a deal. No, we didn't. I shook your hand and told you. Call my agent.
Right.
He knew what the agent was going to say.
Oh, he know. Hey, wait, the supposedly the best agent in the game? Oh, you know exactly what he was going to say. You knew exactly. You can't pull a fast one on the agent.
Right.
Pull a fast one on the player.
Yeah, because he looking at Micah's looking at Ocho. He's looking at that, man, 200 million, Ocho?
Oh, no. See, it looked good. It looked good. But the agent got a magnifying glass. Let me peel back some of these layers to this 200 million you talking about. See,
I got light on, Ocho. I got light. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we're dark in the room, Ocho. I can't see. I need to.
Yeah.
You go to these restaurants, Ocho, and they hand you the menu. I pull out my phone right quick, put that light on. And, look at these prices. Damn.
Hey, it never, ever seems what they say it is. Never. That's why you need representation.
That's it. I'm not saying we've seen guys. We see Lamar and his mom, and with the help of an NFLPA lawyer, do the contract themselves. But they made it abundantly clear: we're not hiring representation. We'll do something hourly. We'll get an NFLPA. We saw Bobby Wagner do that. We saw Sherm do his own contract. Okay, if the guy says I'm doing my own contract, I got no problem with that. You can. The owner, the general manager, can work directly with the player. You see Shea Gilgeous. Now, it's a lot easier in basketball because you either getting a max or damn near close to a max deal. Right. So Shea says, I'm not going to hand over 3-4% when I already know I'm going to get the max.
Right.
Got it. But in the NFL, hey, Lamar says, I feel I can go it alone. That 3%, I can keep that in my pocket. And when you're dealing with that kind of money, 3% don't seem like much. When you start dealing $100, $200, $300 million, 3% is a damn lot of money.
A lot of money.
A whole lot of money. So with that being said, he knew Michael had representation. Now, he worked with everybody else's representation. Now, if that's if what I read was correct, it said they've been working with DaRon Bland's representation all offseason. Same thing with Jake Ferguson, and they're working with Tyler Smith, trying to get something done now. We know they worked with Dak Prescott. He's the highest paid. He didn't do a deal directly with Dak. He worked with Todd France, who's the CD's agent. He worked with that, but for some reason, I just need to know why was he so unwilling to work with David Muguleta? I just need somebody to explain that to me.
Also, probably understand, maybe he didn't want to pay Micah all along. Maybe didn't want to pay Mike all along, understanding that he had other deals coming off the table, like DaRon Bland, or whatever he's getting ready to do with Jake Ferguson, or whoever else they might pay before the season starts.
CAA? Okay, they with CAA. Yeah, but here's the thing, Ocho. If that's the case, if you needed to stop the run, if you didn't like the way Michael was hurt, if you don't think Michael, so why would you negotiate? So why would you want to do a deal with the guy? Right. If he is not what you think he is, or he's not the player, so why would you even try to work a deal with him? Why not just go ahead and trade it? Why not get a draft pick this year?
Because he was lying to himself. He was lying to us, trying to make us believe that he's the reason.
Yes.
Believe like, okay, now he's gone. Well, we let him go because, hey, we need to get better at stopping the run. Child, please. Stop playing.
Yeah. You hadn't been able to stop the run for 4 years. So what you got all those defensive tackles for? You see, the problem that I have is that your defense was not built to stop the run. Your offense was. And Shannon, what do you? And people, I know, Chad, you're asking me, say, well, Shannon, what do you mean by that? His offense was built to get the lead, and so now his defense pinned their ears back. They're an undersized defense, and as long as you can keep the game close or you can get the lead, you can pound their ass. Pause. You can run the ball. You because I know what y'all go. I know y'all about to say some crazy stuff. So, in other words, you can run the ball on them because they're built to play with the lead and get pressure. Now, guess what? They ain't got no lead. They have to stand up in there. And a lot of those guys ain't got a whole lot of bricks in their back pocket. So when you build your team a certain way, well, you build your team with speed, you need to be able to use it. And if you got a team that want to run the football, speed don't help you.
Nah. At all.
So that's one of the things. And look, and people like, well, Dak could have did. No, if I'm Dak, I ain't doing nothing. I'm getting all my money.
Oh, absolutely.
My job. You tell us we're players. Ocho, what they tell us? He's a player. Well, if I'm a player, my job ain't try to figure out the cap. You figure out the cap. You don't pay me extra to work on the cap. You pay me a salary to do what I do on the football field. All that other stuff, it ain't my job to worry about the cap. Well, you know they got a cap, and you can only do so. I ain't got nothing to do with me.
Hey, you know what else? You know what else works in favor, especially in quarterback positions, especially in Dak's position? There have been other quarterbacks that have been in great situations where the timing of when it's time for them to get paid, there's nowhere else for that team to go.
Right.
There's nowhere else for that team to go to get someone that's competent enough to come in and be quarterback number one. So you ain't got no choice but to pay these young fellas what they owe at the time. You ain't got no choice because there's no other option. Right.
And plus, first of all, I don't trust Jerry. Jerry ain't built nothing in 30 years. So why am I going to leave him money on the table? First of all, this is my really first big bite at the apple. Why am I going to give a guy that's worth $15 billion? Why am I going to give him a discount?
Absolutely not.
Chad, let's just say for the sake of argument, you work for a company and that company's worth $20 billion. And they say, you know what, Charlene, we want to get Pam in HR. But it's going to cost us to go take $15,000 of your money. Well, Charlene ain't going to be in HR because you ain't taking a dime of mine. So, no, you don't give no billionaire no discount. You a millionaire. Now, if the next contract, Dak wants to be generous enough.
Oh, now that's different.
That's different. On him. But I feel no obligation to cut you a slack so you can, no, that ain't got nothing to do with me.
Not that first one. That first one. No, sir.
Because what Jerry say, when CBS, I don't know if you watched this, CBS had the broadcast right. A lot of the other owners, CBS was losing money. A lot of the other owners wanted to keep CBS as the broadcast partner. Jerry said, no, we're not cutting them a deal. We're not going to do it. But see, Jerry refused. Go ask CBS. Go ask NBC. Go ask Fox. Go ask Amazon. Go ask Netflix. Did y'all get a deal with these NFL rights? They didn't get a deal, but they expect players. Well, Shannon, there's a cap. What they got to do with me? Ain't no cap on my bank account.
Right.
My bank account says as much money that'll pour in, we can take it. That ain't got nothing to do with me because teams will make as much money as they can. Now, it's going to something very, very interesting, Ocho. Now, you watch with these next contracts. Watch around 28. Because these things come due. They come and due, Ocho, about 2020, about 10 years. Watch around 28 when they start doing it.
What?
YouTube going to say, hey, we want some of this. Netflix going to say, hey, man, live programming. We want some of this.
Right.
Amazon say, man. Oh, man, I see what we do. Hey, I see what we doing with these Thursday night games. I see what we do with these Black Friday games. Just imagine we get a whole package. So that 430, that 432, gonna probably be 650. Come 2028, 2029.
Yeah, I'm gonna get me a little piece of that too.
Hey, so I man, please.
Yeah, we're gonna get me a little piece of that. I need to holler at Jeff. I got an interview with Jeff Bezos for a position over at Amazon. So I'm excited to see how that's gonna go.
All right. The Cowboys agreed to terms with cornerback DaRon Bland, 4 years, $92 million with an extension of $50 million guaranteed. And Ocho, he got what? $20 million at the time of signing. Bland averaged $23 million, makes him the 6th highest paid corner in the league. Bland, a one-time Pro Bowler, and one-time All-Pro from his 9-interception 23 campaign, in which he delivered a record-setting 5 pick sixes as part of a prolific cornerback duo with Trayvon Diggs. He earned it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
He got nicked last year, but his first year, I think he had 5 picks. He turns around, give you 14. He got nicked. Hey, you believe he's your guy? You got a little extra money stashed away since you didn't sign Micah. Hey, we good. They good. I like it.
Yeah, he definitely earned that. I'm excited to see him back. I'm excited to see when Trayvon Diggs comes back. So I think they defensively, I'm not sure what the Cowboys are going to look like, but they're going to have some bright spots at certain positions. I'm gonna say it like that. They're going to have some bright spots at certain positions.
The Giants have a demanding opening schedule, playing the Commanders, Cowboys, Chiefs, and Chargers over the first 4 weeks of the season. The Athletic reports Russ must engineer wins against those contending to prevent head coach Brian Daboll from benching him for rookie Jackson Dart. Giants brass has told everyone who will listen since the draft Russell is their unquestioned starting quarterback, and the plan is first-round picks to develop behind the scenes. It sounds awful familiar to 2019. The plan was for Eli to start Daniel Jones on the bench. Then Jones took over after an 0-2 start. And the same thing with Eli. Remember when Eli came in, Kurt Warner was supposed to be the starter. And then what happened, Ocho?
Yeah. Hey, I don't think they should rush it. I hate when the media does this. I hope the ball is patient, allowing Jackson Dart to sit back and learn, from Russell Wilson instead of being thrown out there to the wolves. Russell Wilson has enough talent around him offensively. They have some good pieces on defense. Well, I think they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. Russell Wilson, just throw Uno the ball, baby. That's it.
Ocho.
Yeah.
We got Commanders, Cowboys, Chiefs, Chargers.
Okay, well, don't throw the Cowboys out there. Don't throw the Cowboys name out there like that. Like they're this fourth.
This is a rivalry game. So, they're the same divisions, the divisional game. So, divisional games can go either way, Ocho.
You're right. But, hey, and
the Commanders is another division game, rivalry game.
Really good. Really
Chiefs,
good.
Chargers, very unfamiliar, 2 AFC West opponents. I mean, dang, I don't know if I've ever heard of this. You got 2 division opponents, and then you got 2 FC West opponents. But I'm not. I think, and you and I did over under. I said I'm going under 8 weeks for Jackson Dart. He played too great in the preseason. And I've heard rumblings people say you should
talk about preseason.
But I'm just saying
about preseason.
I know, but I'm saying I've heard people say, "Hey, I would just roll with Jackson Dart."
Oh, from jump.
From the jump, yeah.
Wait, if they were going to do that, if they were going to do that, they wouldn't have brought in Russell. They wouldn't have had Jameis. I mean, there's no way. There's no way, because there would be no point in even bringing them in if you running them.
You didn't know you was going to be in. You didn't know you signed all those guys before you got Jackson Dart. You didn't know you were going to be in position to get him. What if somebody snatches him up? What if somebody moves ahead of you and take him? So now. So I got Ocho. It's kind of like you buy something, and you're like, damn. If I knew I was going to be able to get that at a cheaper price, I wouldn't even have bought this.
Right.
And so that I believe that's what happened. They didn't know they were going to be in position to get Jackson Dart, and now all of a sudden we signed these guys in free agency, and guess what? Jackson Dart is there.
Right.
Man, we can get him.
You're right.
Damn. Man, if I knew I could have got this new car for what I wouldn't have got these 2 used ones. But it's I remember I remember Ocho how sad Eli looked. Oh, standing on the sideline.
Yeah. Well,
because Eli has started. You have to understand.
He looks sad when he in the game.
He does.
It just as his face.
His demeanor. You can't tell what he's. Well, they had already broken the streak. Because remember, Geno Smith, when they benched him for that one game?
Yeah.
I say, man, that's some bull jive. Yeah, how you going to break the man's streak for one game and then put him back in there?
Yeah, they did that on purpose. I'm not sure why. I'm not sure why.
So we'll see. The over-under is 8. Mo Lewis blames Drew Bledsoe for the hit that launched the Tom Brady era. Bledsoe had just signed a $100 million deal to be what type of quarterback? A passing quarterback, correct? He had not gotten outside the pocket and ran with the ball. If he had not gotten outside the pocket and ran with the ball, we would be talking about this. Who caused the event? The person with the ball. Now he's doing what he didn't sign up for. He signed up to be a passing quarterback. What do? Stop the people with the ball. It's just another play for me, but it's a different play for him. It's really irrelevant to me. I was just another play to me, to y'all. It's a big game-changing, history-changing play. I've never gone back to watch the play. If people want to talk about it, I don't hide from it, but it's no importance to me. Lewis had avoided the spotlight since retiring. Former team may say he feels slighted because I don't think so. Look, I know Mo. Mo and I used to work out together. He's a funny guy, but he's like, hold on. So what y'all want me to do? The guy got the ball. He's a passing quarterback. He's not that fast. And then, bro, get out of bounds.
Yeah, he was trying to get out of bounds.
Not fast enough.
He was headed out of bounds. He didn't get out fast enough, but it was a good hit. And obviously,
good clean
hit. Drew Brees went down, and the rest was
Bledsoe.
History. I mean, Drew Bledsoe went down, and the rest was history.
Yes,
the rest was history. So
yes, and it launched. Go ahead.
I think if he didn't go down, if Drew Bledsoe didn't get hurt, I think history still would have been what it was. History still would have been what it was, but at some point, Brady
was gonna come in there.
Yeah, at some point.
I mean, I think it might be a very difficult situation, Ocho.
Mm-hmm.
You just gave a man $100 million, and then you say, well, we're going to start this guy that we took in the 6th round.
Hey, that's tough. That's tough.
Now, everything that happened after they won the Super Bowl, Coach Belichick could do no wrong in Mr. Kraft's eyes. Because it seemed like every button that he pushed, ka-ching, 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 ka-ching.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's going like that, look, I don't know anybody that's ever been around Mr. Kraft. I've been around him a little bit. I like him. Been around Coach Belichick a little less. I don't have a problem with Coach Belichick, but they're very different people. They're very, 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 very. How many times did I say very? Okay, 4. One more time. Very 35. Different people. They are, Ocho.
Yeah.
And when you got 2 different people,
yes, sir,
that's opposite of each other,
mm-hmm.
Mr. Kraft looked at it like, you know what? Yeah, we different. I don't like the way he does certain things or how he talks, but I got it good. These Super Bowls keep piling up.
Mm-hmm.
We win the division every year. We're in the AFC Championship game every other year. Yeah, I'm going to keep my mouth closed.
Yeah. Hey.
Because based on what he had done, Coach Belichick should have got another 3-4 years. Easy. If you mean to tell me this man gives you 20 years and you win 18, 19 division titles, you go to 9 Super Bowls, you win 6, you go to 10, 11 AFC Championship games, and you mean to tell me you only get 2 years? You only get 2 years? So I give you 20 years of prosperity, and I only get 2 years? 1 year we make the playoff, the next year. How many years did Coach Belichick coach after Brady? I'll make sure I'm was it 2 or 3? He drafted Mac Jones, they go to the playoff, the next year they don't, and did they fire him after that? I think Coach Belichick didn't draft Drake May. He got 2 years. Tampa. Yes. He coached 4 years without Brady? Wow, I didn't know. Okay.
Oh, he squeezed out 4?
He got 4. Went to the playoff the first year, right? With Mac Jones.
Mm-hmm. Oh, Matt first year, well, he was nice, boy.
Mac the first year, yeah.
He looked very promising. And then I don't know what happened after that.
Well,
it was the second year since Brady left. The first year not counts.
right. Yeah. So he got 4 years after Brady left.
But he went to the playoffs.
The second year?
The second year after Brady left, the first year not counts.
Okay, right. Okay. And I think the thing, look, he has started to take those swings and misses, Ocho.
Yeah.
Because when you got Brady, you can swing and miss, and Brady come up there and hit it over the fence.
He makes up.
So Brady was the greatest eraser. So every mistake that you made, Brady could erase it.
Every time.
And write in the correct answer.
Mm-hmm.
Now the mistakes that you're making, drafting those tight ends, and they're not on the team, signing guys in free agency, and they don't cut it after the year. Mr. Kraft's like, whoa, wait a minute.
This ain't what I'm used to.
No. And Ocho, you get accustomed to a certain level of winning.
Lifestyle, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's hard.
You want to maintain that.
Absolutely. But like I said, I don't, Mr. Kraft is a very religious man. Not to say that Coach Belichick's not, but I just don't. I wouldn't necessarily put them together if I don't see them best friends,
right?
As just common people,
right?
You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying I don't know if owners and coaches are best friends, but
strictly business.
Strictly,
1,000%. Yeah, two people with the same end goal in mind when it comes to business and football. We're trying to compete for the same thing, but outside the building, nothing alike.
Nope. And I'm like, Mo, man, what y'all want me to do? Y'all make it seem like I intended to like almost kill this man. I didn't. I just put a hit on him, just like I would anybody else that's running the football. Mm-hmm. My job is to hit people, tackle people, and go back to the huddle and do it over again.
Yeah.
But it birthed the dynasty, unlike anything that we had ever seen.
Mm-hmm.
You probably got to go back to the Yankees in the 20s or the 50s or the 60s to find something like this. Over the period of time in which it lasted. Mm-hmm. The 60s Celtics. They won 8 championships in that decade. Well, they won 8 in a row. They won more, but they won 8 in a row. Mm-hmm. I mean, you got to go back to something like that. But in football, I don't think I'm going to see it in my lifetime. Now, I'm not going to live another 80 years. Probably not going to live another 50 years. So I'm not going to see it in my lifetime. Good luck. Somebody that's in their teenage years seeing something like what we saw from 2000 until Tom Brady left in 2020. Good luck. That's what I say. Good luck. 2019. So good luck.
Hey, you're right. And and people think it's so easy. They think it's so easy because now we're seeing another great quarterback do it. Not to that extent, but he ain't too far off. Or he's on the way in 15 over there in Kansas City.
No, it's not easy.
No.
Winning is hard in the NFL. And to win consistently is even harder. And to win consistently and then cap it off with championships is much harder.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes, it's just like anything, Ocho. You see somebody, man, that's easy. Steph Curry make that look easy. That ish ain't easy.
Mm-mm.
Man, that man threw the ball, man. That ain't easy.
Mm-mm.
The greatness sometimes masks just how difficult something is.
Yeah.
Gretzky made hockey look easy. Usain Bolt made running look easy. Michael Phelps made swimming look easy. Simone Biles made it look easy. Serena, it's not. That's just that they're so great, you take it for granted.
Yeah.
But when you're a professional athlete, no matter the sport that you're in, and you see somebody else, another professional athlete, do something and do it consistently at an extremely high level, I think you have a greater appreciation for it, Ocho, than say the normal fan.
Yes. Yeah.
I definitely think you have a great appreciation because you realize, you understand, because you think about Ocho, you think about what we put into what we do. And we were great in our own right. But when you see Jerry, or you see Tom, or you see Mahomes, or you see Emmitt Smith, or you see a Jerry Rice, or you see a Joe Montana, or you see a Jordan, or Larry Bird, or Magic, and a LeBron, and a Steph Curry, you're like,
boy,
damn,
man,
damn. And you look at Joe, you're like, I remember like, damn. I mean, I remember being in high school like, damn, I'm really talented. I mean, I do stuff that just comes so easy. I mean, it's easy for me to do this. And then you see these guys, you're like, what must they have been like in high school? What was LeBron like? What was time like? What was? I think Serena was homeschooled, so I'm like, damn. You get a greater appreciation for greatness.
Yeah.
Because you understand this and there's levels to greatness. There's levels to greatness.
That it is. You know, I think the casual fan really wouldn't understand it. The casual fan, I think those that have played the game, played the sport, can see it a little bit differently and understand what you're witnessing beforehand. Seeing Brady play, seeing Pat Mahomes, seeing stuff like that, and the dynasties and that they're creating, the situations on how great certain situations are, especially when they end, that Brady and Belichick era.
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid era. Watching the greatness of LeBron, people not understanding, always having something negative to say. Watching the greatness of LeBron for so long, not understanding how great what we're witnessing is until it's no longer there. Yeah, they don't hit you. It ain't hit you now. It ain't hit nobody yet. You got to wait till they're done. Then you'll see how great Steph Curry is.
Right.
They don't understand yet.
Yeah. I mean, and there'll be other great players, but then you'll have man, you remember when Bron and KD? Man, you remember when Steph Curry and such? Just like Bird and Magic, just like Jordan in this one, Olajuwon and Shaq.
Right.
20 years from now, people will talk about KD and LeBron, Steph and LeBron, Jokic in this one, Luka in that one. It'll be just like that. The Miami Dolphins announced their captains for the 2025 season Monday, but there is one glaring omission. For the first time since joining the team in 2022, Tyreek Hill was not voted a captain by his teammates. Reek himself suggested this offseason that he likely would not be a captain this year due to his actions at the end of the 2024 regular season, when he removed himself from the finale and hinted after the game that he wanted to play elsewhere. Mike McDonald had a very revealing quote. I'm really excited about the whole voting process in general this year. The team was much more unified, and the focus was on those 6 guys was very clear. Those were resounding vote getters. We were focused on giving the keys to captaincy to guys that had earned it each and every day. That speaks to me the most is football team that knows who it wants to be led by.
Yeah, that's cute. That's cute. It's commendable. You know, having your peers on your team vote you as a captain.
Yeah.
So, honestly,
that'd be nice, man. I wanted the captaincy on my jersey.
That's cool. But honestly, for me, my Dolphins, and those of you in the chat, I'm from Liberty City, born in Jackson Memorial Hospital, Dade County, off 12th Avenue. What I care about is my Dolphins playing well in the postseason. Is my Dolphins playing well when they play against teams that are above 500? Is my Dolphins playing well when the weather is below 50 degrees? I don't care who's carrying that C on that goddamn chest. I just want us to be able to execute offensively and defensively when it matters most. That's it. That's it. I mean,
but look, there's no way it'd have been a joke if he did what he did and he turns around the following year and he's a captain. Yeah. Couldn't happen. They weren't gonna let that happen, Ocho. Even if he got 52 votes, he wasn't gonna be no captain. They wouldn't let that happen, Ocho. You know that, I know that. We know how it worked. We know who they want to be captains.
Come on now.
Okay.
We're on the same page.
We here.
Yeah.
We here. Yeah. But look, I think Reek learned a valuable lesson. I think if he had to do it all over again, he definitely would do it a different way. He's going through some stuff right now. Reek, my heart goes out to you because I think you're a phenomenal player. I absolutely do. And I know that's a lot on your mind. Anybody, and being there, it's going to be, hey, don't worry, bro. It's easy to tell somebody not to worry about something when they're not going through it. But when you going through it, so, I mean, it's tough because, like, you do things and like you in it, Ocho, and you're like, and the minute you do, you're like, damn. But I mean, Reek was in a great situation.
Yeah.
I mean, he went to Miami. That's where he wanted to go. I mean, they could have traded him someplace else. They asked him. I mean, think about this, Ocho. Yeah. They ask you where you want to go. You want to go to the Jets or you want to go to the Dolphins?
Yeah.
They put him where he wanted to be. And I get it. When you had the season come off, he led the league in receiving. Remember last year, Ocho, he was the number one player voted by his peers in the top 100.
Yeah.
Your quarterback gets nicked. You're not the same Reek. People like you lost. No, he didn't lose it.
He lose nothing.
It's just that his quarterback got hurt. He's dependent on a quarterback that's injury prone. The guy's been injury prone since college. Yeah. He limped into the NFL. He probably gonna limp out of it. He had a lot of injuries when he was at Alabama. Ocho. Yeah. He had the tightrope surgery on his ankle. He had the dislocated hip. He had the injury, the pinky. He had an injury history.
Yeah.
And guess what? He's had a concussion, or I don't know if you want to say concussions or injury, but he's had a history since he's been with the Dolphins. Yeah. And Tyreek's future is tied. His success, his production is tied to a guy that's injury prone.
Yeah.
It's kind of like, Ocho, you relying on somebody that's unreliable to get you to work. Man. It's tough. It's tough. And then he didn't make it no better. Because he could have just went there and says, like, I'm happy to be in Miami. It's great weather, great team. But every chance he get, he tried to take a shot at Mahomes. Oh, Tua is more this than Mahomes. Oh, this is that. And this, bro, you don't need to do that. Nobody. You're not, even though you play with both, you're not going to convince anybody that Tua is a better quarterback than Mahomes. You're not. So why you try to do that? I believe you could, Ocho, I believe you can prop one guy up without trying to put another guy down.
Yeah. Well, that in that situation, that's not putting a guy down because you can't put Mahomes down, especially in that comparison when it comes to the quarterback position. But I think Reek has a lot to prove this year, especially coming up last year. Obviously, them not voting him a captain. Boom, that's another one. Okay, y'all didn't want to vote me a captain? Okay, hold my beer. Watch this. Watch this.
Mm-hmm.
And he finna go slap.
I hope so.
Go slap off.
Because, I mean, he's a special talent. There are not very many guys that's been played in the history of the game that had his God-given ability, that can take a route, that can take any route on the field. And he's a legitimate threat to hit his head on the goalpost. Now, we say that, you give him a five. No. There have only been a handful of guys that can literally take any type of route that you give them, and you can strike up the band.
Yeah, every time.
And you see he doing that, the band playing.
Yeah.
And Reek has that accountability. He just needs to get back to that. And hopefully he can focus. I think being on the field, it allows you to tunnel vision, Joe.
Yeah.
It allows you to lock in. You got to compartmentalize. That's what the really good ones are great at it.
Mm-hmm. That's the one place. Doesn't matter what's going on in life. Once I get to that stadium, once I get to that grass, it's different. Everything else is left outside.
No, I didn't. No, somebody said you put Tua down to put Tyreek up. No, I just said he's not Mahomes. He's a good quarterback. He's not Mahomes. And Tyreek's production is tied to a guy that's injury prone. Did I lie? How many concussions has he had? How many times did he get injured at the University of Alabama? I'm just giving you facts. I ain't say he a bad player. He a terrible player. That's not what I said. I said Tyreek's production is tied to a quarterback that's injury prone. That's factual. That ain't no, stretching the truth. That's not a lie. That is just factually correct.
Yeah.
And maybe Tyreek wouldn't have 1,800 yards because he got Kelsey and he got other guys. But if you go back and look at his production. It's 1,300, it's 1,400, it's 1,500, it's 1,300, it's 1,400. It didn't have 1,800 and then 900.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying, Ocho.
Yeah.
You don't want to have no 1,600 one year, then 1,000. 1,200 one year, then 800. Nah, you want to be consistent. Hey, let me be somewhere that consistent. Let me be 11 to 12, 1,300. I can live with that.
Right.
Now, one year if I won't have one of your bust out years, I get me 2 or 3 200-yard games.
Mm-hmm.
I'll be on to something. But nah, I just think the thing is, you're emotional. Things didn't go your way. You're like, damn, I want to get 100 yards. I want to continue my 1,000, yard season, Ocho. That's going to come to an end. Damn, we're going to miss the playoffs. That's going to come to an end.
Yeah.
And he got frustrated and it bubbled up. That's all. It bubbled up. Made a mistake. He'd probably and he said it. I should have handled that differently. Wish I'd have handled it differently. And lesson learned. And I believe he learned his lesson. I do.
Yeah, absolutely. He's gonna bounce back.
Yeah. And I think McDonald says, let's not focus on who didn't make it as captain. Let's talk about the guys that did make it as captain. They're deserving. They're the captains. That's who they want to lead. Bradley Chubb. It's time for Chubb to come out there and play like the Chubb, like they gave up the draft picks to get him from Denver. Yes. It's time for him to play. It's time for him to show. Because it looks like Ocho, they kind of taking this thing apart. They let Calais Campbell go. They let Jalen Ramsey go. They let Christian Wilkins go a few years ago. So it seems like the going for it. Now they're like,
they're getting younger and younger.
Mm-hmm.
Getting younger and younger.
Yeah. So we'll see how it works out for your Dolphins. CeeDee Lamb denounced rumors that Micah Parsons was considered both egotistical and self-centered. That's my dog. He knows it. I express to him just about every week I could. So he knows. I feel like he knows where we stand as far as the brotherhood, friendship, and all that. So obviously wishing him the best. Hope he has the best season ever. Trayvon Diggs felt everyone in Dallas currently locker room like Micah, and he indicated that the fuel for those rumors likely came from former Cowboys. He didn't name names, but it's pretty clear Diggs was referring to DeMarcus Lawrence. I think everyone liked him. I feel there were some former players who are not here no more who didn't like Micah. There's a lot of that, I would say, hate, jealousy, envy towards him because of who he is and the production that he does on the field. Imagine if you could come here and you're talking like somebody shine or taking somebody's spot. You're not going to like that. They're going to feel some type of way, especially you're that type of person. The greater the person, listen, because sometimes I think people, the greater the athlete, the greater the individual, the bigger the ego. Quarterbacks have the biggest ego. They do the best job of hiding it. The greater the person, the greater the player, the more accomplished the person is. So are we saying that Beyonce and Taylor Swift ain't got no ego? Are we saying Drake, Michael Jackson, Whitney, and Mariah ain't have no ego? Are we saying Elon Musk and whomever got no ego? So we're saying Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, Lawrence Taylor, Jim Brown ain't have no ego.
They all do.
The greater the person, the more accomplished the person,
more successful. Yeah, all of them.
Man, what we doing here? Everybody's not going to be liked. And that's okay. What you do when you get on the field, bro? Long as you ain't a jerk, long as you're not doing anything that's gonna harm the locker room or cause a fraction in the locker room, bro. I don't care nothing about that, bro.
Yeah.
First of all, I ain't going to your house like that anyway. So what you do, I don't care. You leave. Look, this is my locker right here, Ocho. This is my locker right here. Long as you don't F with nothing in my locker, I don't give a damn what you do. I ain't messing with nothing in your locker. You got a job to do. I got a job to do.
Yeah. And that's
man, how you do? We don't have to be friends. We can be friendly.
Yeah.
Two different things, Ocho.
I mean, it's a locker room. You got 53 people. Everybody's not going to get along.
Yeah.
Everybody's not going to get along. You're going to have egos. You're going to have people with pride. You're going to have jealousy. And it's always been a part of sports. It's always been a part of locker rooms. It's always been a part of teams in general. You're not going to like everybody.
Nope.
You're not there. It's not a liking contest. You're there for one job.
Do your job.
That's it.
I like you more if you do your job good. I like you even more. But look, I don't, clearly CD and Diggs has a fondness to with Micah. I've been around him a little bit. I don't have no problem with Micah. Never had a problem with it.
He's a funny dude. That's why they're hearing anything come up about ego, and especially when it comes to him, he's a funny guy. He's young, It's weird. It's funny how everything comes out when someone actually leaves.
We knew that was gonna happen.
Funny how that works.
You ever notice the guy he was a problem on the job? For 20 years, ain't nobody say nothing. The moment somebody leave, he was a problem.
Yeah, he was probably the best one on the job too.
Yes.
Let's add that.
Ocho, Vegas has Lamar Jackson at the back. He's back on top for the MVP odds. The reigning MVP, Josh Allen and Joe Burrow, are hairs beneath him at plus 600. Patrick Mahomes rounding out the top four at plus 650. Is this the year Lamar puts it all together, wins MVP and a Super Bowl?
I mean, it could be the year. It could be the year. If it was going to happen. This is the funny thing when it comes to not just Lamar Jackson, but Josh Allen and all those other quarterbacks in the AFC. It's always coming the same four. It's going to be the same four. Same four. Now, what Lamar Jackson do we get in the playoffs? Jackson do we get in the playoffs? That's all that matters. So we know what he's going to do in the regular season.
Yes.
He's going to put up crazy numbers.
Yes.
He's going to rush for crazy numbers. But whatever Lamar Jackson we get in the postseason, that will be if those odds in Vegas come true. That's all it come down to.
That's all I've said. I said, I want to see the Lamar Jackson that's won the MVP or finished second. We have yet to see that guy for the totality of the playoffs. We've seen it for a game, Ocho. But we need to see it for the totality because we saw it last year. They didn't turn the ball over. He didn't turn the ball over for like 8-9 games.
Right.
And then he had 2 big turnovers. And that was, some of that's undoing. Like, look, and I get it. Such a hold on to the ball. Zay Flowers fumbled on the one. But he did give the Chiefs a short field. He got stripped in the pocket. Mm-hmm. I just need Lamar to be Lamar in the postseason that he was in the regular season. I don't need anything else. I don't need anything else, Ocho. I don't need him to be anything other than what he's shown us for the 17 games in the regular season. If he's that player, can nobody beat the Ravens? Nobody.
Nah. Well, I don't know about nobody.
Ocho, the man threw 41 touchdowns with 4 picks.
Hold on, now. Don't jump on me. Don't jump on me. This is a new season. With everything you just named, it's what he did last year. Now, I'm not saying he can't repeat it, but there's a team he has to deal with in the AFC North.
They own y'all.
Come again?
They own y'all. Lamar Jackson owned the Cincinnati Bengals.
Let me do something. Is the Ravens, that's your team, huh? Or you're supposed to be team that you spent 2 weeks at?
2 years.
Okay, 2 years, 2 weeks is all the same. You want to bet something on that game?
Ocho, it's kind of hard for you to borrow money when you owe money.
Who? Huh? Oh, hey, listen, I'm good for it. Like when I go.
No, you ain't good for it.
Hey, when I go to the casino, they just give me what I want because they understand. Oh, Ocho, you here? Oh, we know you. We know we gonna take care of you. What you need? Yeah. What's your money line? What you need?
I'm a file what you call them on you. I'm press charges on you.
I ain't do nothing. How you gonna press charges?
You owe me $5,900 and you won't pay.
Hold on. Is it written on paper?
They heard it. Oh yeah, they got it. We got it on paper.
Where's it? I didn't sign nothing.
You ain't got to sign that. We got it. We got a verbal contract. You bet me.
A verbal? Yeah. Micah Parsons and Jerry Jones had a verbal contract too.
Nah. We got this. I can show the tape. What is it? You ought to hear this right here. This is Ocho. I bet you. Johnny, we're going to get you out of here on this one. This clip from your Glory Days podcast has gone viral. Let's show the chat.
In my draft class, the Browns had 2 picks. With the 6th pick, we took Justin Gilbert from Oklahoma State.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
And I get the most wave of shit for being a bust and this and that. I wasn't even the biggest and respect to Justin Gilbert. I love him as a human being, but we both flamed out. We both struggled. And he went 14, 15, 16 picks before me. So, like, I'm not even the biggest bust in my class from the Browns.
Damn, Johnny.
I was feeling some type of way that day, Unc.
Clearly. You're like, hold on. Y'all killing me. But look, what about the guy that went top 10?
I mean, I wanted to be in that pick. Like, that's what we were talking about going to Cleveland. I wanted to go to Cleveland at 6. I wanted to go to Cleveland at 4, whatever the pick was. Like, if you're going to send me to Ohio, at least send me with $20 million instead of 8. Like, what the fuck?
Damn.
All love to Justin Gilbert. Look, I think, from a Browns draft perspective from that year, Joel Bitonio is still playing and doing well for Cleveland right now, but all around miss. I think I will always be looked at and viewed at because of how much hype and media and everything that was around me and the city of Cleveland expecting me to be great and that ultimately not panning out. Listen, I sit here today and I go back and forth with am I going to let Cleveland off the hook and just like let it go, or am I going to sit here with hate and animosity in my heart for the rest of my life? And I finally sit here today and I'm like, fuck it, I think I'm going to be pissed at them and hate them forever. So it is what it is, what it is, man. No love for the Browns. I'm rooting for 0-16 seasons every season.
Damn. John, let me ask you this. As you sit here today, and after all the things you've gone through, we sat down a little over a year ago and we had a great conversation. And I think a lot of people got an opportunity to see you in a different light. Knowing what you know now, you're back in that situation, but you know what you know now. What would you have done differently? Would you have done anything different leading up to the draft? Would you have done anything different in college? What are some of the things that Johnny would have done differently to make sure this outcome that we're talking about never happens?
Look, there was a moment in time, and we spoke about it on the podcast, was after that Oklahoma Cotton Bowl game, things changed for me, and I went from Johnny Manziel to Johnny Football. And like looking back on it now, and people ask me if you could go back in time and do it differently, there is that split moment in time, like in the locker room after that game, where my focus would have shifted to, let's get to national championship the next year. Let's get to San Diego and start training again and like get ready and geared up for this season, because we got Mike Evans returning. We got a bunch of guys on this team who can come back and make a real run. And that's one thing that just never sits right with me to this day. Just like the untapped potential of the whole thing and the real opportunity. If I want to see Texas A&M win a national championship, well, that was a real opportunity for us. And it just didn't come to fruition. And, I sit here today and a lot of people will hear me speak. And as I tell stories and, I'm doing the podcasting stuff, People will always be like, I'm blaming stuff on other people, or I'm not accountable or anything like that. But listen, at the end of the day, everything that I've got in my life and that's happened to me throughout my football career is only because of one person, myself, and the decisions that I made as a man in this life. So was Cleveland the best situation for me to go to? Did they help me knowing all the things that they knew about me? With all the research and everything, did they put me in the best situation? Absolutely not. It was not the right situation for me. But when it comes down to it, you take all of that aside, you throw it away, and you look in the mirror and you say, I've let an amazing opportunity slip. It's on me. I'm the one that has to sit with myself every single night as I watch college football or watch NFL football and be like, damn, I would be in my 12th year. I would be X, Y, and Z. I'm the one that has to lay my pillow down, lay my head on the pillow every night and be like, that coulda, woulda, shoulda, but it wasn't. And at the end of the day, a lot of my life as I've been out of football has been like, what am I going to be able to do to find a spark, to be able to be happy, to be able to give me something like football did give me? And you know what? Maybe it wasn't meant to be for me. I didn't put in the time and the effort and determination that you need to be great, that both of you guys did for the sport. And that was just maybe my stupidity, my youth, or what it was meant to be. But nevertheless, I take accountability for everything and what it is. I really didn't harm anybody other than myself when it's all said and done. So, we're still sitting here today, rocking, rolling, happy, healthy. And we're on the Nightcap show now, baby, every Saturday. Let's go.
That's what I'm talking about. Johnny, did it come too easy? Did football come too easy to you? You look at what you did. You went down to Tuscaloosa and you became a household name. Everybody knew who you were after you went in there and did what you did to Coach Saban. Did football come too easy for you after that?
Man, I don't know. I think you start to get a little bit of ego on the football field, right? You start to see what you're doing in practice and how you're playing and like making certain throws and the scrambling where you're just doing certain things that are just like jumping off the page and you're noticing them too. So it gives you a bravado and a confidence. And when people on a college football field, I think this is why I wanted to go to the NFL so bad, because as I'm going and playing on Saturdays, I'm like, these dudes can't fuck with me. Like they really can't. They want to. And even guys who are good from opposing teams, you'll come up to each other after the game and they'll be like, damn, you're everything we thought you were going to be. You're cold. So like as you're getting respect from your peers on this level too, it does heighten your sense. It does give you a sense of ego and bravado. And, you add the social media wave and at that point in time, Sports Center every single night, and you're taking over the world, it does make you feel invincible. So I know there was a lot of hard work that went into everything that happened. And the reason that I played as well as I did on the field is because I did work my ass off from the time I was in high school to college, and it all played itself out. I think you start to see the downslide and everything else when the hard work takes itself out. So, that's what I always tell kids nowadays who ask me and look at my story and look at everything. It's like, listen, I had all the talent in the world. You can go run a go route, put your hand up and have a guy draped over you. I'll drop it in the bucket. You can go meet me in the A gap and really think you have me covered to tackle, and I'll mix you out of your shoes. But when it comes down to it, you gotta work hard, and you gotta consistently do it day in and day out, even when you don't want to. And if you don't want to do it, guess what? There's somebody right next door or somewhere else that wants to take your spot and wants to trade places with you. And look what happened to me. The NFL is a game where you get replaced like this.
Johnny, thanks for joining us tonight. Welcome to the team. Make sure you go subscribe to Johnny's podcast on YouTube, Glory Days with Johnny Manziel. Johnny, thank you for joining us, man. We'll see you next week, bro. Have a good time.
Appreciate
Enjoy.
You, boys. See you next week.
Bro.
Much love.